Let's talk track stands. Track stands are such a brilliant way to practice not only balance and control on your bike, but also feel what your bike is doing different from what your body is doing. I'm going to go over 3 different simple drills that I do kind of as a warm-up before I get on the trails, and also if I'm wanting to just jump on my bike in the yard. So before we get into those specific drills, I just want to go over the track stand kind of base principles first, and kind of why they are important for you to practice these as you apply them to the drills. So one of the first things that track stand gives you is a brake control. It's a brake modulation. And this is that you are going to be working on slowly bringing in and applying your brakes and then slowly releasing them. This allows you to understand how much power and force it takes for you to brake at a small speed. This helps you so much for getting over technical roots and rocks and for climbing the trail. It also helps whenever as you're going over the trail, how you can apply a little bit of a brake and get a little bit of that control as you're climbing those rocks. The next thing is kind of your body position as you are doing these drills. I want you up and out of the saddle. I want the saddle lowered to get it out of the way so you don't have the tendency of wanting to grip the saddle with your knees. There are some people watching this that are thinking, oh, that's me, that grips the saddle. It's really not good for your knees. It's not good for your balance. It's not good for letting the bike move underneath of you as you're going down the trail. And so these drills are going to be really important for you to practice that. Drop the seat, get it out of the way, and then you want to be in more of a hip hinge position in this drill. You want to have your butt raised up, your knees nice and soft. You want to have your chest over top of the bars. Your elbows are out just a little bit in a nice comfortable position. This allows you to be able to shift forward and back on the bike and still feel in control and have the weight on your feet. We want your hands nice and light through this. This is also great drills if you have issues with keeping your hands light and you want to put pressure on them or pull on your bars as you're riding down the trail. Again, great drills and simple. The next thing that we want to look at are your pedals. We want to keep your pedals pretty level during these drills. Now, you are going to be ratcheting or pushing down on the pedal and then coming back to a level position. This is where you're veering out of the level pedal position, but it's where you are mostly level. You're not going to have one foot down and one foot up, kind of 90 degrees from that. Keep them nice and level, and it will really help you with your control. Let's get into that first drill. So the first drill is a slow ratchet. It's basically where you're going to be applying your brakes a little bit, nice and softly, and then you're going to release them enough for you to put that pedal pressure down and move your bike and you forward. Then you apply the brakes, slow yourself down, and then do that again. You're just wanting to go in a nice straight line here, and you're going to be ratcheting your pedal. And so you'll come up a little bit, and then you'll press that pedal back down. Come up a little bit, press that pedal back down. This is all a timing cue with how you're applying your brakes. This can help you with getting up and over different roots and rocks because you can kind of slow yourself and then make more of a power move whenever you need to help you get over that technical feature. Instead of just trying to slam and force your way through, it allows you to make different control moves and keep yourself safe and feel more confident in it. Again, you're going to press that pedal down, release the pressure on your brakes as you're doing that, and move you and your bike forward again and again and again. The next thing you're doing is that you're going to use that same technique for the slow ratchet, but you're going to actually stop. You're going to go from the slow ratchet to a track stand. This means that you're going to stop. You apply the brakes all the way, come to a complete stop, hold it for as long as you can, and then instead of putting your foot down, you do another slow ratchet again. This is how you kind of break up and continue your track stand without having to stop and put a foot down each time. I love this. I work on looking up during the drill. I work on kind of talking to other people, because usually if I'm doing this as a warm-up before I get on the trails, then there's other people around and I'm kind of doing this as I'm hanging out waiting for them, or just as a nice little body warm up and getting myself, my core warmed up, my glutes warmed up, my system going as I'm riding the bike in this nice hip hinge position. Again, slow ratchet, the same part that you did for the first drill. Stop, hold, and then keep going again. You want to try to hold that track stand for extended periods of time. The third drill that you're going to be doing applies both of these, but it makes it even more technical. It also helps with cornering. You're going to be doing tight turns. And when I say tight turns, I mean you're going to be cranking those bars over and you're going to be almost to what they call a lock position, or where you are as turned as you possibly can go in being comfortable. And so your body's going to be shifting out, your butt goes to the outside part of your turn, your chest is moving to where you're going, and it works on that body separation while you're doing a slow move. And so you're going to be ratcheting through this slow move. You'll use your brake modulation, your brake control that you've been working on in the first two drills, and then now you're looking up. And so it combines both the first drill and the second drill to apply it to the trail and to being able to do tight turns. This allows you to practice those cornering drills, to practice those cornering movement patterns, but in a controlled environment where you're not having to worry about other roots, other rocks, the steepness of the trail. It mainly works on just your ability to make that tight turn and to have that control with your pedals and also with your brakes, as well as your body position. Try these three drills. If you have another drill that you like to do with a track stand, I'd love to hear it down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe, and I look forward to you joining me for more. Cheers, y'all.